real cases before a real judge.
And now, enter the courtroom of Judge Mathis.
Plaintiff Shannon Hall says the defendant is her cousin, and for years they did crack cocaine together. Shannon says she took the defendant's 5 children into her home while the defendant was incarcerated, but while there, the defendant's witness accused Shannon of being a prostitute. She's suing today for bail, phone bills, and emotional distress. Defendant Christina Benham admits that she is still using crack to this day, but says she's willing to get some help. Christina says Shannon caused her emotional distress by blowing up her van and busting out her windows, and therefore she refuses to pay Shannon anything.
Start with you.
Basically, this is my cousin, and it's a long story. There's a lot of emotional stress that I've been put under due to her daughter, and her mother. Basically, what happened is Christina and I did use cocaine and crack cocaine together. We suffered through an addiction together. The only difference is that I'm now clean.
Y'all must have been off of that for a long time.
We were. That's true, Your Honor. I personally was using from 2005 until 2009.
Right.
And Christina is still currently using to this day.
I don't believe that. Christina, is that true?
Yes, it is.
Oh. You still crackhead?
Yes, I am.
I was about to say it's going to be hard to believe a crackhead, but if you're honest about being a crackhead, I might have to believe you. Go ahead.
Basically, Your Honor, what happened...
I'm glad that you were able to get off.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Why haven't you? You don't want to?
No, I do. I do need help.
Okay, good. That's what you're going to get today. If I get you some help, you're going to go good. Good.
I pray that you do that, Your Honor. Christina and I got into an altercation over a mutual friend that she had living with her.
How did you all get hooked on crack or turned on to it?
I can't speak for her how she got hooked on it, but I started with powder cocaine, and it's a step-up drug, you know, and I did graduate into crack cocaine. Actually, the first time I smoked it was with defendant here.
Okay.
But basically, due to our drug use, the both of us suffered quite a few setbacks and lost substantial things. I lost a daughter to my ex-husband. She's lost 5 of her children to CPS, okay? One of whom has graduated from CPS and is here with her today, and is one of the persons whom I have quite a bit of problem with, okay? In 2004, Christina accused me of blowing up her vehicle. She gave information to my ex-husband, false information, that I threw a Molotov cocktail and blew up her van. I have my custody agreement here.
It, please. What is this going to show me?
That's going to show you that she accused me of blowing up her...
The agreement between the parties' temporary change of possession of the minor was due in large part to Shannon's involvement in a volatile and potentially dangerous feud between her and her immediate and extended family, and another feud between Shannon and the father, Hector Hall, and another feud between her and Emily, when another feud between Christina and Benham.
Right, but if you notice the asterisk part, it says that...
I can't notice any. I'm not finished with all these feuds you having, man. Why do you have so many feuds?
You know what? I'm finished with all the feuds, Your Honor. That's one of the reasons why I'm here today. I want to put this to rest. I'm tired of all the drama.
Go ahead, man. What else?
So, Christina was incarcerated for theft.
I'm just getting over this feud. 1, 2, 3.
Drugs
all these
will do
people.
that
You
to
got more feuds than 50 Cent. You got more beefs than him. Go ahead.
I agree with you, Your Honor. Christina was incarcerated, and she...
For what?
For theft.
Okay.
You know, there was a point in time when she would steal for her children, and then she lost her children, and now she steals to support her drug addiction.
Okay.
Then after that, she was incarcerated, and she asked me at her request if I would please take her children into my custody. I took Felicia into my home in January of 2007. Then I took Felicia's 4 siblings into my home in the end of May, June 2007. On June 28th of 2007, Felicia, she decided that she no longer wanted to be in my care because she didn't like the way that I operated my household.
That's the daughter who's a witness here? Hold on. That's the daughter?
Yes, that's her daughter. She called the police and told them that I was drunk for 2 days and that I physically abused her and that I was prostituting myself, and pardon my language, but that I told her I was willing to suck, to do anything to get them a pool pass. I have that police report here.
I don't mean to laugh. But
It's
to
not
get a
like-
pool pass.
A pool pass, because here's the situation. I purchased a pool pass. I wanted the children, I lived in the country, and there was nothing for the kids to do, and I wanted them to have something to do.
Okay, what are you getting to? The fact that she made that allegation?
I'm getting to the fact that she made that allegation.
Okay, and what was the
result are the charges were dropped, because I have a letter here.
Charges of?
The charges of disorderly conduct and misdemeanor battery.
Let me ask her to respond if
Okay.
she'd like. Young lady, state your name.
Felicia Day. Yes, sir. The allegations with her saying I did not want to no longer be at her house. No, we had fun living in the country.
So what happened?
She's epileptic and she takes a lot of medication, and she would abuse the medication. She would take too many sometimes. She came home drunk one night, and she came in and said, "It's all your fault." And I'm like, "What?" She said, "Your mom killed herself." From that moment, we thought my mom was dead. She said,
Sit
"Your
down.
mom."
You ain't talking about nothing.
No,
Come
Your
on.
Honor. She said,
Go ahead.
Your
Have
Honor,
a
I'm trying
seat.
to tell you,
ain't
that's
talking
when she
about. Have a
slapped me.
seat.
Your Honor, I have a letter here that was written by Felicia's mother in
I'm
Christina's
not dealing with that
handwriting,
nonsense. What did she do? What are you suing Christina for?
I'm suing her for bail money, Your Honor, and phone bills.
Get to that. Get
while
to
she
that.
was incarcerated, I incurred 2 phone bills. One bill in the amount of $765 for June of 2007, and one bill in the amount of $478 in July of 2007. The instance was with all 5 of her children being in my home, and her calling from the county jail collect. I did agree that she could call maybe once a week. She was calling 2, 3, 4 times a day, and if you will review this, you'll see.
You weren't there, obviously, when they were accepting them?
Obviously, at some points they'd be upstairs, downstairs, and I wasn't there, and I would not have allowed.
Did you ever ask her about these bills later?
Yes, I did.
And what did she say?
She said that she would pay me when she got her income tax money, and I know how you feel about that, Your Honor. But that's in fact what was said to me.
Why do you have so many feuds?
You know what? I'm finished with all the feuds, Your Honor. That's one of the reasons why I'm here today. I want to put this to rest.
I'm just getting over this feud. 1, 2, 3.
Drugs
All
will
these
do
people.
that to
You got
you.
more feuds than 50 Cent.
Plaintiff Shannon Hall says after the defendant falsely accused her of blowing up a van, Shannon lost custody of her daughter, and the defendant's family has been harassing her ever since.
You're 2 steps away from your money in jail and income tax.
And after the phone bills, I've bailed her out of jail numerous times.
And she agreed to pay? Let's talk
Yes, she
about
agreed.
that.
September 3rd, 2010, $150.
You see it, please,
She
Doyle?
agreed to pay me again with the tax money.
September 10.
And she was just arrested 2 more times prior to coming here, in which I didn't bail her out.
One time.
One time. She's right. One time. That, although
Oh,
she
the 2 different
hasn't-
times. That was 2 different jails.
Right.
Well, go ahead and explain yourself.
Shannon has gave me, I should be really countersuing, but I feel that what she's done to me, I don't owe her.
What has
because
she done to you?
She blew up my van.
Accusations.
And no,
Hearsay.
while
This
I was
is-
homeless, my clothes, all my kids' clothes was in the car. She got her daughter taken because I told her husband that she did drugs in November, and they pulled up the bank reports and seen that she took out all this money, and we did the drugs, so they took her kid from her, not because she blew up my
So
van.
you're sitting there smoking with her.
Actually,
She was
and
not
then
smoking.
you're going to
She
call,
wasn't
you have
smoking.
nerve enough to call somebody
she
and
wasn't
turn her
smoking.
in, and you're right
At
there
that point
smoking
in time,
with
Your
her.
Honor,
No, because I went to court and I had to tell the truth, right?
actually, Your Honor, if you read the statement that I gave to you from the court,
Yeah, you're honest in court, ma'am. I
Your
got to
Honor,
believe everything
if
she
you
says.
read the statement that I handed you, the first thing from the court, it says, my daughter was removed from my home due to a large feud. I did not blow up a van. I was never arrested
Her and
for
her
blowing up
What
a
else you
van.
want me to know, ma'am?
She did blow up my van. She goes around the neighborhood bragging about it.
What is next? So what do you want me to know?
And she
other
still
than
does drugs.
that? What else you want me to know, ma'am?
I do owe her, but I feel that I don't owe her.
You owe her for... What you're saying
for all
does
the
make
stuff that
sense,
she's
even
done
though
to me.
people
She's
are
busted
laughing.
out
That does
windows.
make sense. You do owe her, but you don't feel you do.
Right, because of all the stuff that she did. She busted out windows. She busted out my window while I
seen
was
her do
driving
that.
my vehicle. She sent some dude to my mother's house dressed in all black, and he got out with a gun.
Your Honor, let's talk about her
A
mother.
whole bunch of stuff. My mother's on oxygen, and she couldn't come.
Okay.
So, but she does have all the police reports, and we did go to court. They
Did you
told
all
her,
have a trial?
no, they told her just to leave us alone.
The charges were dropped, Your Honor, because there was no proof. Your Honor, the charges were dropped because there was no proof, because she says
They
I
didn't want to
continued-
deal with this nonsense
No,
like I don't.
because
Right.
she
Now
had-
let's get to
The
what else,
prosecutor didn't
ma'am.
want
What
to.
else do you want to show me?
I have 7 police reports, voicemails from her mother
Saying
threatening
what,
my
ma'am?
life and my daughter's life, that her mother actually called CPS and put in a false report that my daughter was raped and that I did nothing about it. Here's a police report where her mother sent 2 men
What
to
is
my
wrong
home
with
with
y'all?
a gun. Your Honor, here's a police report that shows her
Let's
mother
see it,
as
please.
involved, sending two people to my home with a gun to threaten my daughter. The emotional distress comes into play because this is 2012. And I'm still being accused of blowing up a van when the courts dropped all of that because nobody could prove that, because I didn't do that.
Nobody
And
brag about it.
I'm not talking to you. You are the most disrespectful
Then
thing
why
I've
do you
ever-
brag about it?
Whom have I bragged to? Bring someone to this court.
brag to me about it when we
Really?
lived with you.
Bring someone to this court. Bring a police report to this court.
I'm in it.
Bring a
I'm
witness
here.
statement to this court.
I'm here.
That proves anything
I'm here.
that you
She
and your
bragged
mother
about
are
it.
saying. I have police reports. I have witness statements. I have bail receipts. I have phone bills. I have no charges pending. They charged me with telephone threats.
Got you. We went
They
through that
charged
already,
me-
ma'am. Now, I'm going to grant you the phone bill and the bail bond that she has not contested, and I'm going to dismiss your $3,000 claim for emotional distress. This just sounds like a bunch of family nonsense going back and forth. I'm going to order you further, ma'am, into drug treatment.
May I say something, Your Honor?
Yeah.
First of all, I would like to tell you that the $3,000 is fine, because what you just offered to my cousin is worth more than $3,000 to me. A chance to be clean and sober.
Good.
I appreciate that. And also, my drug addiction counselor, Mr. Bruce Jones from where you're from, I believe, told me to give you a shout out, and also my
What's his
instructor.
name?
His name is Bruce Jones, and he's from, I believe, where are you from?
Detroit?
Right. He told me to say hello to you, and also my
I
instructor.
don't know what
for-
he said. I ain't never been no
he
dope
wanted me to
fiend.
say hello to you.
Don't,
said
try,
he don't-
don't even try that. Don't even try that. I've been a lot of things, but I ain't never been
And
no
my
dope fiend.
instructor, are you familiar with the New Hope Baptist Church, Pastor Meeks?
Very much so.
His niece is my instructor in the kidney dialysis center in Gary, Indiana, actually Maryville, Indiana, and
All
she
right.
wanted me to say hello to you as
All
well.
right, shout out to
Thank
them
you.
too. Have a good day. Justice for the plaintiff.
I love you, but from this point on, if you ever go to jail again, please don't call me. And you're a piece of work.
What, are you gonna call child welfare on me again, like you did when I was pregnant or when I was going to labor with my baby?
Accusations. When you were going in labor with your child, my child is the one who took you to the hospital. I'm not going to go
But
there
she was
with
the one
you.
calling the hospital the whole
Whatever.
time.
I'm done.